Please check your network. Why is this not working? Oh, I'm on. Haha. Okay. So Wendy and Shar, if you can have a look at this and just make sure I'm on the right track. This is for the front door for our website. All right, let's go to share screen. Okay, so in brief, Wendy, I think you and I talked a lot about this already yesterday. So Shar and I have arrived at 3 different websites to kind of look at as examples. The first one is Katrina Germain's website. And what we want you to see here, and I will walk through this piece by piece, what we want you to see here is the opening image and the simplicity of the tabs. So a combination of Katrina's site and the pieces that we're stealing from this site is this opening image with the button and the bottom part here, which will be our, what we're calling Story of Us, or our blog on the homepage, as well as this scrolling it's kind of testimonial. And for us, it wouldn't be really a testimonial. It's more about why us, why now. So leaders who have spoken speak to why us, why now, and how our impact is in the world. So combination of Katrina's site, again, it's the opening image, the blog at the bottom, or what we're calling Story of Us, and our testimonials. The other piece that we're stealing from is House of Beautiful Business. And the House of Beautiful Business, the piece that we're stealing from them is how they lead viewers into the information. And it always follows this. It's image, description, button. Now that one doesn't have a button, this one does. So image, description, button. Image, description, button. So every page will follow this. So our home page, our front door looks like this, and then the doors behind it also look like this. Okay, so we're stealing that. And the other example we're using is actually the David Suzuki example. Mostly, I want, Wendy, if you can always be referencing back to this site. It's a great example of how to tell lots of information in simple ways, because Powerhouse really is like this interesting cross section of news, media, advocacy, like social impact advocacy, and also art, which is where House of Beautiful Business kind of comes in, right? Not that we're art, but we've got that, we're on that faith place. Okay, so those are the 3 websites that we can use as an example. So for the very first piece that we'll be working on is the front door. So as we open up Powerhouse, we want Powerhouse, a first image. So where Katrina Germain's up here, we would have our logo instead. Where the right menu is there, we would also have our menu, which says convene, partner, lead, Story of Us, and about. And Shar and I didn't actually agree or disagree on the word about. I think that's what it'll say. Okay, so where it says award-winning entrepreneur here, we're going to say House of Leaders. Where it's big here, I make good ideas louder. So it's House of Leaders in small for global impact in really big, just like hers here. The button says check out my book. Our button says here's how. When they click here's how, don't worry about this, it's not written yet. Here's how is going to actually take us to something I'm not going to get into right now, although it needs to happen. And it's basically what we're calling our impact model. Just leave that be for a sec, okay? All right, so we have an opening image. This all makes sense. Now underneath this image, where it's going to say expect impact, which we currently already actually have on our page. Right? We actually have it right. Well, we don't have it. It's gone. It was there. Okay. Okay. So expect impact will come back. Underneath expect impact, just like on the House of Beautiful Business. House of Beautiful Business, right underneath their opening image. So we have our own opening image, looking at the Katrina Germain example. Right underneath, they always have their next upcoming thing that they're taking enrollments for. So we will have that too. Ours will be at the upcoming Fire Circle. And given that we will always have a global Fire Circle, which likely I'm going to call it a global anyway, like an annual Fire Circle, it will likely always be right here. But bottom line, the thing that we will be promoting underneath our main image will always be the next thing that we are accepting, you know, enrollments for. Our next big thing, basically, that we're driving the public to take a look at. Okay, so ours will be the Fire Circle info, and it'll look like this. So we've got our main image, then we have, here's our call to action on our next big thing, and then here's our button that says learn more. Okay, so ours would look like this. Our button says learn more, and then we click that and it takes us to our Fire Circle landing page registration page, right? Okay. Now, part 3 of our home page. So basically, again, so part 1, we have our opening image. Part 2, the next big thing. Part 3, we're taking people through the tabs that we had up at the top, just in very, very basic. So we're saying we convene. Then there'll be an image. I will acquire that image for you, and I will write the copy. Then there'll be a description. So convene, image, description, learn more. Once we click the button learn more, it's going to take us to our events page, which I will get to in another video, because currently our events page isn't just one page, it's actually 2 pages. So we do need to merge those 2 pages into one page. And those pages will also look like this, meaning title, image, description, register. Okay. So, and when they click register or learn more, it'll take them to the landing page of that particular event. Okay, so we're still on the homepage in part 3. Part 3, we're going through all the individual pieces of Powerhouse. What do? We convene. Here's an image of what it looks like. This is a description about it. Click here. Our convene one takes us to events. Our next one is partner. Partner, image, and description, learn more. When they click the learn more, it's going to take us to a page that outlines our advisory services and showcases our Amplify profiles. Okay. Now, eventually, partners will also include joint venture partners and brand partners. But again, I want to remind you that it's the same. Flow of information. It goes title, image, description, button. Okay. So we're on the partner one, we click learn more. After we click learn more, we go to this partner page, which shows advisory services and our Amplify profiles at the bottom. So it'll be Amplify, description of what it is, our Amplify partners, you know, show me who they are button. Okay. So then still on the home page, now we go to lead. Lead, again, title, image, description, learn more. When they click learn more, it's going to be the page that what we're calling what we currently have is our programs page, which will also be laid out the same way. Again, title, image, description, and we'll be describing Amplify, the leader path, and the Power Circle challenge. Okay, part 4, so I hope you can see, we've now just gone through the 3 ways that you can engage with us with our products. So our products are our events, our partnerships, and our programs, or how we teach you how to lead. Part 4 is the story of us on the home page, and this is our blog roll where we're currently where all the stuff that Shar and other people are, all the contributions people are making to our editorial that show up here. It's our ongoing bits and pieces. It's also where we might have a profile of our Amplify people, like one of their stories. There's more to come on this one. Part 5 is that piece I was telling you about below, which is our testimonials. So this is our front door. The job of our front door is to very simply walk us through the entire organization in a way that our brain can understand it. This is who we are. This is what's happening next. These are the 3 things that we do. This is what rocks about us. This is what's currently happening in the story of us. And this is why you need us. So that's our front door. The trickiest part, I think, Wendy, of this is going to be that when we look at things like what I was calling the programs page is currently 3 pages. So we're going to need to merge those into 1 page. And at this time, I need you to help me figure out what the easiest transition of that needs to be. Same thing with events. It needs to be all on 1 page. These aren't the landing pages to register. These are all the 1 page. These is all on 1 page, the description of what these things are about. Yeah, that's enough for this. I'm gonna do one of these about our communications and where things are gonna live, and yeah, and all that. Okay, thanks, Wendy, and whoever else is listening. Haha. Okay, hold on. How do I get out of this one now? Stop share.